Welcome to Sewing for a Living tutorials, where I share different sewing techniques and how I like to make some of the most common sewing alterations. In this video, I'm going to show you how to hem pants. I'm going to use the double-folded hem, which is widely used in the sewing industry, and you can see it on most pairs of pants, except for the original hem on jeans and the blind stitch hem on dress pants. So let's begin. First, I'm going to measure how much I need to shorten the pants. If the pants are not for a special occasion or to be worn only with a particular pair of shoes, I like to take measure bare feet and fold just under the arch of the heel or almost touching the floor. If the pants are narrow at the ankles, I would make them shorter. If they're with wide legs, I would make them longer. I fold the excess fabric up and put a pin to hold the mark in place. I've also pre-washed because these are cotton pants and I don't want them to shrink after washing and end up being too short. Now I'm going to use a ruler and measure the whole length of the fabric fold. Then, starting from the edge up, I'm going to mark this length. Mark at both sides of the leg and then connect these marks with a straight line that goes all through the leg. This line marks the length of the leg when finished. It's very important to add some space for hem allowance below that line. I want the hem to be 2 cm or 3/4 of an inch, so I'm going to measure this distance twice under the first line I made. I add the hem width twice as a hem allowance because I'm going to make the hem by folding the hem allowance twice. I'm going to do the same on the other side and again connect the marks with straight lines. When I'm done, I'm going to check if my lines match and if not, align them. I'm going to do the other leg the same way. Then I'm going to cut the excess fabric. I am cutting through the lowest line I've drawn. Sometimes, if you have to shorten the pants just a bit, the lines from the hem allowance would go into the actual hem. If this happens, you need to break the old hem in order to have enough space to work on and leave the appropriate hem allowance. Now I'm going to turn the pants inside out so that it is easier to fold and pin the hem. Fold the hem allowance twice in on the lines so that the hem starts to look like when finished. The fold should end up at the top line, which marks the length of the leg. Put some pins as you go to keep the hem in place. Be careful to match the side seams so that you don't twist the hem. At this point, you might want to press the hem so that everything stays in place. I'm going to iron at the end. I'm going to do the other leg and then head to the sewing machine. Make the seam close to the edge of the fold and keep the distance between the seam and the edge consistent. This way the stitching line would stay even on the face side. And here is how it looks like when done. I'm going to press it nicely and I'm ready. The hem I just showed you is a beginner-friendly way to do it. If you follow me for a while, you know that I like to skip as many steps as possible. So if you're interested how I make this hem to save some time and work, visit the blog post which I'll link to in the description of this video. I hope you liked this tutorial. If so, give it a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.